Welcome to the first episode of From the Penny Corner. I'm your host, Petty, and I'm so excited to share that I have my first guest with me here today. He is the most prominent face in Power Slap, a true pioneer of the sport, probably the most experienced with a record of 14-1. He is putting his belt on the line June 28th in Las Vegas at Power Slap 8, the first ever super heavyweight champion in Power Slap, the one, the only, the crazy Hawaiian.
Yeah, buddy, you already know I'm in it to win it. I'm under the tent, like I'm outside. Catch me outside. How about that?
Let's go. Welcome to the corner. I'm so excited to have you here today. I know everyone's going to be asking you about Power Slap 8, your thoughts and feelings going into it, and we'll get into all that. But this is the petty corner, so we do have to get a little petty before we get into all the good stuff.
I can do petty. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. So, leading up to a fight, people get real petty. They start talking shit, and I'm here for it because it builds the fight. It creates a hype for the fans, and it makes the experience so much better once you guys actually do face off. What would you say is your most petty moment leading up to a fight, in a fight, or in the post conference? And you can't say nothing because I know you have it in you. You got that little quick witted pettiness to you in your post show interviews.
I'm petty as hell. Here we go. All right. So I bet these guys their slides because a lot of them are my size. In my weight class, they're my size. I try to get their slides. They like Power Slap only gives out so much of these, slides and shirts and shorts and all that and bags. So what I try to do is I try to bet them their merchandise, what their gear that they have on, and I have them sign it and everything, And one day they're gonna worth some money, but I think that's petty as hell. I think that's petty as hell. It's just getting other people's shit, you know. Honestly, if I wasn't the man I am today, a little bit more humble than I used to be, I would probably strong arm them for this stuff. To be honest, that's my stuff right there. Give me
I
that
love
shit.
it.
Give me that
I
shit.
I love it, and I'm gonna need a pair of those.
There you go.
So
I got something for you. Actually, I got something for you.
okay, good. I'll
Better
be at.
than the slides.
Oh, good. I love it. I'll be at Power Slap 8, so I'm gonna see you down
Hey,
there.
there you go. You better come see me.
100%.
I'm gonna just say it on live right now. I'm gonna say it. I got a one-on-one card just for you for being your first for being your first power slap guy. So
Oh
let's
wow.
get it.
Thank you so
It's a
much.
one-on-one too. It's a one-on-one.
I appreciate that. Like that just made my whole day. You don't
Hell yeah.
understand.
Number one, hey, just trying to be the number one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, actually, my brother's the number one, but I'm the champ.
you're top
That's
dog.
top dog. I'm top dog. I'm that dude. For real.
Let's go. Okay, so this one might hurt someone's feelings, but who has the softest
Wow.
hands that you've ever been slapped by?
I would have to say, um, I would just have to say that the polar bear guy, the one with the long hair with the little Buddha. Um, I just have to say, like he maybe belong in another weight class. I would say, the amount of power that he has. I don't know. I don't know if he's working on it or what, but it's the it's it's Kamal. I forget it. I already forget. See, it's irrelevant already. I forgot. You know what I mean. So it's got to be the polar bear. It's got to be the polar bear.
I'm sorry, polar bear.
It's
Okay.
the polar bear.
So, if like size and weight class didn't matter, is there like a celebrity that you just can't stand that you would love to like face off in a power slap match with?
Ooh, ooh. Damn, that's a tough one. That's a good question. I honestly have to go with. I mean, not that I don't like him. It's like if I could slap somebody, it may be this dude because he's such a badass in my eyes. Obviously, acting whatever, but Sylvester Stallone. I mean, I don't not
Uh,
like the guy, but I don't know. If maybe if he was in my class, I'll be okay with slapping him. But I don't know. He's old. Oh no, I take that back. Skirt. Wait,
okay,
hold
Jake
up.
Paul.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. We'd have to go with Jake Paul and Logan Paul. I'd have to give them both a slap each in one round. I'd have to give both a slap each in one round, the first round, and then I can get both of them with one slap.
Oh, well, I was only saying Jake Paul because you're like, oh, Sylvester's old and Jake's gonna
Oh, okay,
fight
okay. I get the reference. I get the reference.
Mike Tyson.
Well, I don't know. I'm not in my 20s no more. So I think I have to dig deep with these questions for real. No, for real. So I've worked closely with Jake Paul and Logan Paul in the past.
Hmm.
Um, I was contracted to work with him. Actually, my first pay-per-view slap bout ever to be televised ever was Jake Paul versus Ben Askren in Columbus, Ohio, and I was literally the undercard for that boxing fight.
You were on
So
that?
I was on that. I went up
Wow.
against I went up against this guy. He was a pro wrestler at the time, and knocked him completely out in the round four. And there was Pete Davidson and Ric Flair. There was they're the officials. So
Hmm.
and that was an experience in itself. That was one of the first big shows. So like I felt like a celebrity when I pulled up. They picked me up and all that. That was the first time I actually had a little bit of a petty celebrity moment.
So the other day, me and my family we were out to eat at Chili's, and you know how Chili's has sports on the TV screens there. There was a cornhole match on TV, and I started busting out laughing. My husband's like, "What the hell are you laughing at?" And I just thought of you because like we've been in contact, and I've seen all your stuff. And when you were post shows, you were advocating for Power Slap about how it's a sport, and you said cornhole's a sport. Come on now. But like, what did cornhole athletes ever do to you for you to come for them like that?
I played cornhole. I played cornhole, and it's a big thing. It's a big thing in Hawaii. Cornhole is a big thing. We have tournaments. We have all kinds of stuff. Tournaments. We have fundraisers. We have. I mean, every party there's a cornhole or something like it. You know, and I was just like, man. One of my friends from Hawaii, he actually was on ESPN, and they won. They won the championship that year for cornhole from Hawaii, and I was low key jealous. I mean, I obviously was happy for his success, but I was like, damn, I'm over here slapping people for pennies and not get. I mean, I'm just trying to go viral on my own, but this cornhole stuff has got ESPN all up in there, and it wasn't just a little bit like of cornhole. It was a whole lot of cornhole. It was hours and hours of this stuff, and I mean, unless you're watching somebody you know, or they make a trick shot, like this shit's boring. Like I'm just gonna say it. That shit's boring. It's a petty sport.
Yeah, I know. Like, I would never watch it. I mean, it was on the screen at Chili, so that's that's the only reason why I saw it. But like, I personally would never watch it. But like, if we're barbecuing and drinking and stuff, like then it's like fun to play, but
Yeah,
not like competition wise.
I'm actually pretty badass at it.
Maybe we might have to have a competition sometime.
A freaking cornhole competition over some barbecue. Sounds
Okay, so now that we've pissed a lot of people on, we should we should probably move on from that.
good.
Um,
Yeah, bad, bad.
so you grew up in Hawaii?
Yeah, I grew up in Hawaii my whole life. You know, I never been off the rock until I actually went to Job Corps in Oregon. You know, right after high school, and I tried to do that seamanship. I tried to work on a tugboat. Come to find out, I do not have sea legs. I mean, I mean, I'm Hawaiian. I'm supposed to be on the sea all the time. But and my dad's a captain too. So like when I got sent to the school, it was like the top school in America, and I aced everything, everything. I aced the hands-on stuff, um, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, and my whole life being in Hawaii, I went on boats before. We caught fish and stuff like that, so I didn't really mind. But the big boats, them big boats that just be going like that all day long, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm a Hawaiian with no sea legs. You can call me Jason No Momoa Sea Legs.
I love it. So the job
But
brought you to the mainland then?
well, I went to Oregon for a little bit, and then I came back home, and I lived most of my adult life in Hawaii. I moved back, and I experienced a lot. I went through struggles. I went through you know addictions. I went through heartbreaks. I went through so much in Hawaii that it kind of changed me. And then I decided, um, with what I have left of me, I'm gonna go to the mainland, which I moved to Las Vegas, and then I met my fiance in Las Vegas, and she was on her way. She was already on her way out of Vegas when we met. So I was like, damn, all right. So I decided to go with. I decided to come all the way down here to the freaking the Midwest, for real, the Midwest, and it's lovely over here. It's nice. It's peaceful. I come outside, watch the fireflies fly around. Um, I feel safe. I feel like I can let my kids play outside. Um, so I'm just a Hawaii boy that is in the mainland now, and just trying to make my way. I still get giddy off of um squirrels and bunnies and deers and stuff. I still get giddy like I'm a kid, because I never seen those stuff, any of that stuff in Hawaii. So whenever I see any of that stuff now, it's like wow, you never know what you grew up with if you don't never saw it before. Like I saw a bunny yesterday, and I was like, bunny, and I'm like, oh, street cred lost. Whoever heard me say that.
Would you guys ever consider moving back to Vegas with your career? Because it's kind of like the fighting capital of the United
I
States.
I I'm conflicted because I do want to move back, because I know that's where potentially I can make the most money,
Mm-hmm.
if I do move back to Vegas. And I know I'm leaving a lot on the table, but my brother is there and my family is there, my mom's there. So, I'm gonna try and see where God's gonna take me. What his plan is. So we'll find out. We'll definitely find out what's the plan once ever it's said and done. After this bout, I might travel. I might go get a fifth wheel. I don't know, buy a house somewhere else other than this place. But it's cheap here. Money lasts long,
Mm-hmm.
and I can do a lot of stuff, and it's peaceful. I can go to the store still. I went to Vegas for most of my bouts, and I went to the store in Vegas. I cannot go anywhere in Vegas anymore because there's just so much love. There's so much love. And I'm telling my brother, like, hey, you got this city, bro. It's all yours, bro. Like, this is overwhelming to me. And I'm just getting used to it still, and, sometimes I get anxiety because I get noticed. And I'm just working out those kinks in my personal life. But I think I just think maybe it's petty not to be happy about it, and be a grump. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna be petty to the fans for sure.
Yeah. No, I totally get it though too, because it's like sometimes you're just out with your family and you just want to enjoy the time, but like being over there, um, in Vegas, you'll get stopped a lot more, and it's like your family time. So it's kind of probably time you're more protective over than when you're
Yeah.
just by yourself. But I guess you could probably find ways around it, like maybe ordering your groceries or having like assistant do something for you.
Right.
So
I
I hope
mean,
you can
I,
work through those
I,
kinks.
oh, for sure, for sure. And I'm thankful for my family too in Vegas. My mom's in Vegas. My dad's in Vegas. My brother, sister. There's a lot of my family in Vegas, so Vegas is truly a second home to me. But I'm I'm a bad boy. You know what I mean? I am, cool over here. If I'm in Vegas for too long, I don't know. I just start doing dumb shit, and it's not for me. It's such a great town. I love it. I do miss it. But every time I go to Vegas, it's something different. It's somebody different, and I don't know if I get good luck on the gambling machines or bad luck with people. I don't know what it is, but hopefully this time around I'm gonna focus more on family. So after every fight that I've done, every bout, um, I went out. I partied. This time I'm gonna party with my family. So I'm gonna go to one of my watch parties that my uncle's having in Vegas, and you're more than welcome to show up after you guys high roller stuff, because I know I know I've been through the high roller stuff, and I lost a lot of money sitting down, and I won a lot of money, and it was just the first time I went, it was so overwhelming. There was so much people, and the first time I went was with my belt, you know. So all that love that everyone showed me was amazing, Um, I do want to stop by the high roller just to say hi, but that's like a big no no for me because the last time I went and it was just a blur. It's all a blur. Like, damn, that was a whole weekend. It felt like a day, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, I feel like when you defend your title, it's going to be like a high. And then you're going to have so many fans there talking to you and like wanting to be around you, might like keep you off the table. So it might be a good experience just to stop by for a little bit, show face.
yeah,
Dana
for
said he's
sure.
going to be there. But yeah, I totally get it because
Who's
it, huh?
no? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It like wasn't like my realm really because it was like all
Yeah.
influencers. I don't aspire to be that, and
Well, if you're covering what you say you're covering, I truly support it, and I think a lot of people are covering the sport
mm-hmm,
now because they wanna jump on it, but I don't think a lot of them are covering the sport for the people in the sport.
mm-hmm,
So this is golden right here. You know what I mean? This is gold.
mm-hmm.
So whoever's watching this, you know, you should have been on. This could have been us. This could have been us.
Exactly. You could have been at the petty corner too.
Yeah, you could have been here too. No, I see you at the media pass one day soon, and coming into Power Slap to ask us these questions because a lot of them are mono. A lot of them asking questions in this thing. They're mono. They don't want to rise. They're not the Ariel I wanna like get you mad.
Yeah.
So that maybe
I
maybe
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
maybe you got some stuff in the chamber really locked and loaded. You know what I mean?
I know I was saying like this kind of stuff is making me nervous. I think it's just because it's new to me, you know. But I love talking to people, and I'm not scared to ask something that I wanted to know the answer to. So, um, hopefully one day I will be in the media room, and I can ask you
Hey,
guys
I'm
those
I'm
hard
I'm gonna
questions.
suggest it. I'm gonna tell Dana. Dana, I don't know what you guys doing with these mono questions, but we need somebody to spice it up over here. So we gotta bring you.
You need that petty Puerto Rican girl
Yeah,
to
we
help
need
spice
that
it up.
petty corner stuff, that little spice for sure. You know, he's obviously Dana White.
Well, he's
I'm
a no
still yet.
bullshit guy too, so he's gonna
Yeah,
fucking straight
no.
up tell you like, get the fuck out of my face, or like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, he's a cool dude though. He's such a cool dude, and there's a lot that he does for my family, and a lot of other people that are waiting to get this chance. Right now I'm riding a high. I know it's not going to be long, but I definitely enjoy what my life is now, and what it became as soon as Dana White started talking to me. You know, um, I can say he's probably the first slap striker that he ever talked to in person, and it was inevitable to get this belt. To get this belt, it was, my brother had a chance to do it, but like I always tell people, God's got his own plans, and I wasn't planning on becoming. I knew I could be the champ. One day I knew I could. I believed that I could, but my brother was, pointed in that direction, and I was already in a contract, and they took me right out. Dana White bought me right out of that contract for I don't know how much money, but it was enough to satisfy Logan Paul and Solomon Ingo and all those guys at Fan Neo.
So let's back up here a little bit. So I know we're talking about how Dana White bought you out of your contract because I was going to get into how you actually got in touch with Dana. Um, the whole Logan Paul thing that was at the Arnold Classic, and that's where you took your first loss, correct?
Yeah, my first loss, and it that was such a turning moment because when I lost, I actually was thinking about quitting. It was embarrassing for me because I was the guy that was knocking people out. I was the guy that was going around and spinning people's heads, and to get that happen to me, I almost quit because of it. You know, I almost said, this is not for me, and something told me just keep going, keep doing it, and it'll be worth what you sacrificed to do this. So here I am, the champion of the world, and the first ever. So if that ain't doing something, then I don't know what is. That this is something that I I could only dream of in the past. I dreamt of it whenever I started doing this, and I was thinking, man, I want to be the champion of the world, and this is it right there because I don't see any other promotion bringing guys from Africa, from Brazil, from all over the world, and I'm the champion of the world. I never really said that a lot, actually. That's something that's new to me. Champion of the world. So I'll take it though. I'll take it.
Have you ever sat down and let it all soak in that no matter whatever happens in your power slap career, if you were to retire tomorrow or after this next bout, that you'll forever be cemented in the power slap history as the first ever super heavyweight champion of the world?
Yeah, that's just mind blowing to me because, like you said, I could retire. I could die. It could be all over for me in a split
Mm-hmm.
second. Tomorrow is never promised, you know, and just to be that first, it's in history. It's I'm getting like goosebumps all over because it's just hitting me. Something like that. You can't even dream of a better story. And then knowing the little details that I went through to get here, all the stuff, all the people, all the snakes that I had to fire, and just be my own person to be here. I'm just truly blessed to have all my kids be able to call me dad, call me whenever they want to, whatever they need. I ignore a lot of phone calls, not my kids though. That's one thing I'm not never gonna ignore is my kids' phone call. So I'm very blessed to be, a dad. Most of all, a dad.
Yeah. Kids are the biggest blessing. I have some myself. I know you always speak about them in your post show conference. And one thing that kind of stuck with me was how people need to teach their kids respect because there's not a lot of it nowadays, and how you homeschool your kids. How's homeschooling going for you guys? Because that's something I've seriously considered this past school year, especially because my son just started junior high, and he, like, the first week there was like a bomb threat and all this crazy stuff goes on at their school, and it's like things that I never had to deal with at his age. But how is homeschooling going for you guys, and what's your kind of regimen like?
It's I'm already up. Whenever my kids need to be up, I'm already up. I've already got a coffee in. I've already read my Bible. I've already done some sort of a boxing routine or workout, and then I get my kids up, make them breakfast. They're still in their jammies, um, and they brush their teeth and go to school. And they all have their own laptop, and they all have their own little space, their area, their desk, um, whatever. I make them comfortable for them. I make it comfortable so they're not you know wanting or needing anything, and the that only lasts for a few hours, and then they require the outside stuff, the exercising stuff, and I'm already doing. My kids are doing 200 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, 200 squats every day, Monday through Friday. That's what I have them capped at right now. Now, if you don't do it by the time you're supposed to do it, I'm gonna add 50 more. So there's accountability. There's a lot of things that go into my regimen of being a parent. Um, and mostly I just want to show my kids, how much I truly love them. Um, I explain to them why daddy's doing what I'm doing. And they understand, a lot of the things that was happening to me as a kid, I never understood. I was left with a lot of questions that I was answering myself, and it was wrong answers. You know, there's a lot of things that happened when I was young that I was told to shut up. I was told to not say nothing. I was told to go away. You know, and all the things that I'm doing with my kids, for my kids, explaining to them what I'm doing it for, why I'm doing it, and that's the key thing, is to explain to your kids what is going on. When they get older, I give them the option: do you want to go and do these things?
Hmm.
Do you want to, go to prom, graduate? Like I want to explain to them that if they do homeschool, they're not going to have all that stuff. Obviously, we're gonna have a badass graduation party. That's something of culture in my culture. Um, but I think high school is essential. I really don't want to take high school away from my kids, but everything has to add up to doing what is right to your kid, for your kids. I don't know. I'm getting like Amber Alerts. Um, I got my first one in a long time on my phone here, and that scares me. Just not being able to, physically have my kids at arm's reach. So, that's one thing I kind of soothe my own fears of being a parent and having them be homeschooled.
You've done football and boxing, or is there any other sports that you did growing up?
Um, I I did now and then, off and on. I did MMA. Obviously, didn't know what I was doing when I was doing it. I was just kind of a student. Um, MMA was kind of like a normal thing in every household, in every neighborhood. There was one house that everyone was training at. That's how it was. In Hawaii, was having a bunch of friends, and you just fight. Fighting was the was it. That's that's what was my purpose growing up, was just to fight. And me being the oldest boy, I really fought for my brothers and my sisters.
How did your background in MMA and boxing and football lead you to slap fighting? Is that something you did in Hawaii, or is it when you got to the mainland?
I've uh I've trained in the Lua, which is Hawaiian martial arts, for 4 years, and that's some art of bone breaking and pressure points right there. So that's something that is outlawed, you know, and that's outlawed because back in the day when there was no night vision, um, there was there was us Hawaiians, you know what I mean? Us Hawaiians back in the day, and it would kill you in your sleep. And obviously, it got outlawed. So I think having the knowledge of where the pressure points are, where the arteries are, does really help. with what I'm doing today, because I know exactly where I need to hit somebody to make them go out. Sometimes obviously it's not always 100% guaranteed that you're gonna knock somebody out, but you know you can try. That's all I'm doing out there. I'm just trying. You know, I don't have all the answers because obviously people get knocked out by ridiculous looking slaps, and I'm like, wow, you really knocked that person out with those slaps that don't even look like it's supposed to be knocking people out. But yeah, I decided, damn, I didn't make it in football, I didn't make it in MMA, I didn't make it in boxing, I didn't make it damn near as an adult, but I made it as one of these guys. And when I got the call to do this and be a professional at it, I had everything going for me, and I told myself, man, if I ever get the chance, I want to be the champion of the world. So that's that, man. I just manifest being the champ for years, and then finally it came true. And my mom always tells me, "Oh yeah, see what you ask for. Watch what you ask for because it might just show up at your doorstep, or you might show up at their doorstep, taking what you want."
That's a fact. Um, so you said you were the oldest of 10 siblings.
I am the oldest boy out of, so there's 9 boys and two girls, two twin girls. So 11 of us.
Wow.
And you know, the the 10 of us are all kind of close in age.
Hmm.
I'm the oldest boy, but my two oldest sisters are 2 years older than me. And they basically raised us. They basically cooked our food, washed our clothes, um, did a lot of the house day to day stuff. And, I thank them for that because if it wasn't for them, I don't even know if I would still be here. My parents was out working. They had to feed all 10 of us. So, my parents wasn't really all always there, you know, because they had to work so much, and it was hard, it was hard growing up, but we made it, and now I'm the world champion of power slap.
Do you feel like being the oldest boy, you had to kind of grow up faster to help your sisters like take care of them?
I was that older brother to basically we call it lickings in Hawaii. It's just a beat ass, like get beat. Like
Hmm.
I would beat my brothers up, man. Like it was something that I knew my dad would approve of because I was getting beat, for being the oldest boy. But I don't know. I just grew up around a lot of violence. I grew up around it, and it was easy to go to that. So I was always the one, you know, beating my brother's asses or getting my ass beat.
Your brother Dane is the Hawaiian hitman, and I believe you have a brother named Shane who still be in Hawaii, and he's also in slap fighting.
So it's Shane. He's a barber. He is actually in a lot of. He's not a competitor or he doesn't compete. Shane. Um, he's the guy that's on a lot of promotions for Power Slap because he was at almost every single one of them, and he's louder than anybody in the whole thing. So they make sure they put him in there, and it's the brother that's below the Hawaiian Hitman. He's 1 year younger than him. Is the humble Hawaiian, and his name is Zane, and he's the Hawaii champion, but his wife really don't want him to be doing that stuff. So he's like, oh, the people's champion. He obviously is gonna have to, you know, give up his title, but no one ever challenged him, or there was not a, a slap bout in Hawaii ever again. You know, so he is the current Hawaii champion. I am the current world champion, and you got the Hawaiian Hitman over here knocking on the door. He's ready. He's champion material. If you look at him, he's it. You know, he's a he looks like me. He got shorter beard, and maybe a shorter vocab. I don't know. I
That's some petty shit.
don't, yeah, hey, he might be the number one for a long time. He might be the gatekeeper to the belt for a
Okay,
long
so
time.
okay, so Zane's wife doesn't want him to do slap fighting anymore, so there's probably no chance we'll see him in power slap.
Yeah, no, I don't. And they just got married, so definitely no.
How does your
But
fiance feel about it?
she is my number one fan. She, I don't know. She's kind of crazy. You know, you can look her up, the crazy wife. She's really she really likes like when I fight with somebody. If I fighting with somebody, she ain't gonna stop it. She likes to see me in that type of environment. I think it turns her on. I'm not sure, maybe, but she loves it. She really does, and I see the light like glimmering off of her eyes, and she's just so beautiful when she's looking at me the way she does, and she's just proud, you know. And she knows my deepest, darkest secrets, and she knows it's hard for me to be a happy person because of all the things that I did go through. So when I see that someone is proud of me and they love me unconditionally, um, it really does make me a better performer. Like when I go up on the stage, knowing that she's supporting me no matter what, and you know, I like she's a good girl, so I like spoiling her whenever I can. You know, it's something that really I get off of just having her around me when I'm doing it. You know, this was the first time that she never went to a bout was my championship fight, and it's because you know she supported me through thick and thin, and she gave up her seat, her plane ticket to somebody that was supposed to do and work wonders for us. So she sacrificed that, and this time you'll be able to meet her. She'll be there, you know, and I'm gonna be a lot more happy than is if you see me before without her. So I'm just glad to have my number one fan next to me at all times, and knowing that you know I really try to spoil her because she allows me to be the person that I am. You know, I could tell her that I want to do dumb shit, some dumb shit. She'd be like, "Where are we gonna hide the body?" Like I'm like, "No, no, this is not, no." But you know, that's one thing you know that really keeps me going is that having a loving spouse and that supports me no matter what. You know, I could be you know, men's mental health month this month, so I could really touch bases on that and having somebody that really truly supports me and helps me with my mental health. That's something I truly recommend for anybody that's doing what I'm doing. If you're single and you're out there and you're doing your damn thing, do your damn thing. But you know, a lot of people can't be lonely, so I support the supporters.
I love it. I can't wait to meet her. She sounds like an incredible human and super supportive spouse. My husband's my biggest supporter and like any crazy idea, like he's just like, yeah, let's do it, and he's just right behind me,
That's
all
how
the
you do
way.
it.
Hmm.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You know, I'm
So
happy for a lot of people that do that, that have that going for them in their life. You know, it's hard. You know, it's hard finding your person.
mhm,
What is
yeah,
it, like 8 million people in this world?
mm-hmm, eight
People still
a
can't
billion.
find them. You know what I mean? People
Yeah,
still can't find them.
yeah.
So, I really truly support people that have their loved ones and people that support them because that's uh, that's what we're all here for. You know what I mean? We're here for each other. We're here to help each other out. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if y'all need something from the fucking slap champ, you know who to call. That petty corner, baby.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
You've been on, what was it, 2 through 5. You had a break on 6 and 7, I believe. So how do you
Yeah.
feel going back into this International Fight Week?
So, so check this out. Right now, I am 100% injury free. This is the first time in all of my career that I'm going into a bout with no injuries.
Wow.
It's because I had that 8 month break. And I've I'm in my regimen right now where I'm not hitting anything. I'm going through the motions. So right now I'm standing here right now 100%. There's no ache. There's no injury. There's not, like, I'm 100%. You know, obviously I could be faster. I could be lighter. Um, all those good things I could still be. Room for improvement. But injury wise, I am 100%, and I'm happy about that, and I'm trying to stay that way. You know, so we'll see. I'll be babying myself all the way to the fight, and then when the fight comes down, I'm gonna lay it all on the table, and we'll see what God got planned for us.
I know you're kind of taking it easy right now, but like I've seen on Road to the Title that there's like a lot of technique and a lot of training that actually does go into this. What does that look like for you?
It's repetitive ghost slapping without a whole bunch of speed where like I might throw out my shoulder or something. It's more so a repetitive motion. Shoot, I do it almost all day long. I none of that slapping motion. A lot of it is that and accuracy. So I do a lot of repetitive stuff, and you know, just doing that over and over and over again, kind of, trying to give the sport its best chance to be a sport because, there's a lot of penalties, fouls. But right now, I have zero penalties, zero fouls, and I plan to keep it that way.
Um, would would you ever do Road to the Title? And who would you want the other coach to be? Um, from a marketing standpoint, if I were the makers to make the show, I would make the show you against your brother. That's the biggest fight everyone probably wants to see.
Definitely will. A backstory on that is I was originally planning to be the first season coach, but, you know, again, God got different plans, and I was steered a different way. Now we're here, and I was asked to go on season 3 as a special guest coach that I can release. Um, but obviously I don't release who won and all that stuff. But on season 3, I was a guest coach, and that can be leaked right now. But I would definitely want somebody to be on the show that is undoubtedly like one of the greatest to do it outside of the U.S., obviously, because I feel like right now in the U.S. I am the top dog. You know, there's not a lot of people that are in the U.S. that I feel like have even a chance. Um, with the experience and technique, speed and power that I have, um, it's got to be Vasily. I really want Vasily to be there, or somebody from Russia, somebody that's had done it and been doing it. Somebody like Vasily that has the credentials and the experience, and who knows if a real genuine hate can come of it. But I know for a fact that that's what sells is when you know um, people are, Rampage Jackson breaking that door down. Uh, the Connor and the that whole season is crazy. The all these shows that are happening. Even like the Muniz and the No Love and KO Chris one. That was kind of crazy too. You know, I really do need to have a breakout viral moment in the season where I am a coach. It's gonna happen. Who knows if it might happen here in Vegas or in Abu Dhabi or someplace? It's gonna happen. Who knows who might be the coach? I know for a fact I was told by the man himself, Dana White, that they're not putting me and my brother up against each other. They're gonna lose a lot of money.
Wow. Well, that's
Yeah,
shocking because I feel like that's just like you're top dog and he's won. Like everyone want to see that.
yeah. No, I feel like eventually we're gonna have to talk about it, but I really don't feel like they're gonna put up with that, because who knows what me and my brother have cooking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not gonna take the chance on that. And they obviously want us treated as a sport. Um, I don't know. I really have my heart set on maybe losing some weight, going down to heavyweight, just for more wealth and health, I guess. Because I'm 400 pounds right now,
Yeah.
and just walking around is I don't feel like, obviously don't feel like 200 pounds right now, but um I I feel like I'm lighter than I am. So I feel like if I go down to heavyweight, I don't know, it might be a journey worth taking.
Yeah. So that was actually something I wanted to ask you about was would you ever consider dropping weight and then like you could be a two title division holder? That would I mean
Yeah,
there's some
I
men
would
in the
right
history
now. If
that
I
would
if
like
I did that, I would have to lose 140 pounds,
mhm
which is not impossible. That could really be a thing if I work hard on doing it.
mhm
But there's always excuses of why I wouldn't be able to, and that's the hard part. You know,
yeah.
is just not making it all the way down to that weight, which I would really love to make it down to that weight. You know what I mean? It would, man, what I would give to be that way.
All right.
That's 140 pounds. I mean, you're like 100 and what, 10, 20?
No. I'm 140. Is
Oh,
anyone
yo,
losing
that's
me?
you. If I
Okay.
just lose you, like I'll be able to have another title. And honestly, I would love to go up against the Bell because
Yeah.
he's a legend in himself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He beat the man who beat the man, and you know I don't know. We might have to have one of these BMF belts just lingering around. You know what I
That'd be
mean?
dope. That last
Yeah, that
BMF
would be
fight
dope.
was freaking iconic.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah. I got pulled up on from a police officer, a sheriff actually, and he thought that I was beating somebody up in my car. Yes.
Were you watching the fight in your car?
I was watching them fight in my car.
You know what I think should happen? Dana, if you're listening, I'm sure you can make this happen. Um, but I think they're like, cause Dana has talked about after Power Slap 1 or 2, I believe, how he wanted to take this international. I know Abu Dhabi had just got sanctioned, but I believe India has the most views for Power Slap, and Russia's a huge country for it, and so is South Africa. But they should do like a house in the US in Vegas and then a house overseas somewhere. They have two coaches. Those two coaches face off, and then the winner from both of those houses face off against each other, and then that would determine who the best in the world is. Because there's like a whole lot of people you have to get through, you know?
Right. No, yeah, that's definitely something that that I think about on the daily. Is when, because I feel like obviously I'm on the top of my game right now, but I feel like my opportunities to get seen has not came around the way most people's have.
Mm.
So I feel like Power Stop is holding out for something special, and I'm very patient like that.
Mm.
I will be sitting here waiting and just praying that whatever is happening is for my best interest. You know, so um, oh, it's Dana, Uncle Dana, what's good? Make it happen, Captain. Shit.
Yeah, Dana, make it happen. That would be so insane though, because you have like the best people in the U.S., the best up and coming people around the world, whatever country they choose, and then they have to go head to head. So that's really
Yeah.
going to show like who's who's the best.
Who is the best in the world? And I think they're doing a great job at it right now. I
Mm-hmm.
just think that I think there should have been season 3 dropped already, and probably already starting to film season 4. You know what I mean? So um, it's gonna be fun. My show is gonna be fun. Watching you guys see the little guest coaching that I've done, and I gave myself goosebumps while training these guys and giving them the knowledge that I have. Um, and most of these guys, I gave them some secret stuff. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, some secret stuff.
Well, I'm excited to watch. I can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited too.
So do you think Pitbull is a good matchup for you? Because like in the rankings, it's you, your brother, Kalani, McKinney, and then Pitbull. And Pitbull is coming off of disqualification loss to McKinney. But do you think that like McKinney should have gotten the shot before Pitbull, or do you think Pitbull is a good
Absolutely,
matchup?
absolutely. That's something that I really just like. My jaw hit the ground when I found out that the loser to the show is getting the opportunity of a lifetime. Um, that's like, why would we film a whole show, get the winner of it, regardless of how the person won, um, them not get a shot? It's kind of weird. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the matchmaker. I'm not the person that's putting the ranks together. I'm just a competitor right now, and you know, I'm the predator apex. So I'm just over here treading the waters to see if they put anybody in my pond. They're actually getting gator rolled. They're actually get them out of here, because I've been doing this for too long. That I didn't come this far to lose to somebody that you know, initially it wasn't his first thing. He went and did MMA and tried doing that. So now he's trying to do this because you know the following is there. So I see a lot of people coming up into the sport for the wrong reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and you know I just came around accepting that this guy is my opponent. When I first heard, I was like, why is McKinney not my opponent? Because he really deserves it. Regardless, he didn't quit. The fight was stopped by an
Mm-hmm.
official. But obviously, International Fight Week, and I've been off for 8 months, and people want to see me do something. So, um, what what better person to get some international guy?
Mm-hmm.
So, I get the marketing behind it, but this could be catastrophic in both ways.
Mm-hmm.
He could, you know, potentially be walking into some situation that he is not prepared for, mentally, physically, technically, and I could potentially lose everything in this fight. So
Mm-hmm.
it's catastrophic on both ends. So I feel like the person that walks away from this one is going to be the benefactor of a lot of things coming for the people that are doing this sport. The pioneers that are doing it. So, um, good luck to him. But I'm fucking knocking his ass out.
Yeah, as a fan of combat sports and stuff, like I'm not a matchmaker, so I don't. Sometimes I truly don't understand the matchups and everything. But it's kind of like when you see in the UFC, it's like the number one guy, he's facing like a number 4 or number 7, and then like the number 4 or 7 loses because they're supposed to, and then now that person kind of like wasted their shot because now they have to go back down the rankings and like fight their way back up when they weren't really ready for it. So it's going to be interesting to watch and see the outcome of that.
Yeah, and I also feel like um, you know, Danny was very lucky to get the shot because there's a bunch of people in front of him in the rankings that truly deserve a title shot, and who knows? Who knows what's going to be the outcome? But I'm just going to be reading him a bedtime story. Maybe it's Humpty Dumpty or something. I got something. I got to memorize something because when he's down sleeping and snoring, I'm gonna grab that mic and sing him a little lullaby. Be petty like that. Tuck him in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
he gonna be counting them sheeps.
is there anything that you want to say to Danie uh, leading into this fight?
Um, don't flinch, bitch, because I'm gonna sing you a lullaby. We go like this. Night, night, the baby. You counting sheep at the end of this for sure. I'm coming to knock everybody out. Everybody.
And I'm here to watch it because I love violence, organized violence.
This is the place to be right here. Then that's what's up. That's what's up.
Is there is there anything that you want to share with your fans, like anything new and exciting coming up with your fans?
Um, there's a lot of stuff coming up. You're gonna see some brands that I'm gonna be endorsing and being sponsored by. It's a very surprising. Wish me luck, and may the biggest number come out with me on that stage. Who knows what I'm gonna be wearing on my head, feet, my hands. Who knows? We're my team is working very hard day in and day out to really get my family what we deserve, financial wise, and set us up for that wedding. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Set us
Yeah.
up for that wedding.
Let's go. I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
And honestly, you truly do deserve all of it because you've been around for a while. You've had so many fights, and it seems like it's finally paying off for you. I believe one time had your own fighting league, and you've just been through the ringer, and now you're at the top. So you deserve all the good things that are coming to you and your family.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support and your love. And my
Of
wife
course.
has the same chair, by the way.
Does she? We got
Yeah,
good
she
taste.
does. Yeah, she does. That's exactly the one for
um,
sure.
and where can people follow you at?
Anywhere the crazy Hawaiian. If you find the crazy Hawaiian, then they're the fake one. So, um, it's the crazy Hawaiian everywhere. Google me. Wikipedia that shit. I don't know, but I think there's only one crazy Hawaiian, and then we got the Hawaiian Hitman and the humble Hawaiian. So it's a family thing. And just find me. Just catch me outside. How about that?
How about that?
How about that? One last thing. Derm dude. So this product line right here is for the people that have everything already, that you don't know what to get them. It's happy sack nut love cooling cream for your testicles. We got some stuff for your tattoos. We got stuff for your beard. your feet, your shaving products, everything to do with men care. You got somebody that you want to take care of, and you don't know what to get them. Dermdo.com.
Hey, you heard it here first, and Father's Day is right around the corner.
There you go. Father's Day is right around the corner, and if you want to get your father something, then hop on over to dermdude.com and look for something that you might get a kick and a laugh out of, and that he will actually pretty much use every day. Because I use that stuff every single day. It makes me smell good, feel good, and look good.
The Crazy Hawaiian, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to watching you live at Power Slap 8 at Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. And if you can't watch it live, be sure to watch live and free on Rumble. See you next Tuesday, and stay petty, bitches.
Stay petty, bitches.